Hey everybody, Eric here. Did you know that you are 42% more likely to achieve a goal just because you write it down? It's true. It's a real statistic. Now, I know that there's a lot of goal setting videos out there. In fact, that's really why I put this off till the end of January so it wouldn't get lost in all of the other 2020 goal setting videos. Actually, no, that's not true. I procrastinated, I had to travel, I got busy. Apologies. Now, to make up for it, in addition to this episode, I also have a little mini review at the end of this episode, so hang in there for that as well. All right, so my favorite method for setting goals is using what's called the SMART method. Now, it's not something new, but a lot of people still haven't heard of it, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody had heard of this very simple way to make sure when you're setting goals that you're making them achievable. So what does SMART mean? Well, the acronym means a little bit, different to different people. Some people have different words for the different letters, but these are the ones that I use. I use specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bound. So those are the 5 things that I want to make sure of that my goals meet when I'm creating these goals. Now, what do I mean by specific? I mean it needs to be clear, it needs to be concise. Think about it as writing a word picture description of your goal. What does the end goal look like for you? Not just in numbers and sales or whatever that might be, but the word picture of what life looks like for you at the end of that goal. Now, the data comes in when we talk about measurable. And why do I use measurable different than specific? Because specific, I want you to really, in your mind, be able to view what the end goal looks like. And that's what I mean by being specific. Specific has to do with starting with the end in mind. And that really means creating a picture in your mind of what that specific goal looks like. Now, when it comes to measurable, yes, we're talking about data. And data does 2 things. Number 1, it gives us a concrete line in the sand that says we've attained this goal. But the second thing that it does, it allows us to create milestones along the way so that we can actually measure our progress. Now, this next letter is different for quite a few people, but for me, I term it as actionable. Now, actionable to me means that I can break that goal down into specific action steps that are going to allow me to attain that goal. And that's what's important to me in terms of this letter. Actionable to me means I know exactly what steps it is when I'm creating the goal that are going to get me to that goal. And that brings us to the next letter, and the next letter is R. R stands for relevant, and to me, you always need to know what your why is for doing something. Why are you going after this goal? Is it to be healthier? Is it to get more money? Is it to grow your business? Is it to hire the next employee? Whatever it is, what is the reasoning behind setting this goal? If you don't have a good why for something, you're just not going to be very motivated for it. And that brings me to time bound. It's always important with your goals to set a time limit. Otherwise, just like me and creating this video, you're going to procrastinate. It's part of our DNA, for most of us anyway. There are some highly successful people out there who just seem to never procrastinate, and kudos to them. But if you're like me, you tend to procrastinate a lot. So time bound is a very, very important element to setting your goals. So I hope you learned a little something about SMART goals today. This was not meant to be an in-depth class. It was just simply an introduction into the way I set my goals. Now, speaking of goals, I have a couple of goals for this channel this year. Number 1, I want to try and produce a video per week. Now, obviously, I am dreadfully behind on that, but I am going to try because I simply want to create more content. The second goal that I have is I want to make sure that I'm trying to get more subscribers to the channel. My goal for this year is 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty specific and measurable. Now, if you could, and if you want to, don't do it if you don't want to, go ahead and click on that subscribe button and ring the bell to make sure you're notified when I post new videos. And now for that review I promised. So let's get into that. This is the USB data blocker by PortaPow. Now, I've purchased these for myself, for my wife, for my kids, because you never know when you're going to need to charge your phone and plug into one of those public charging ports. Now, this ensures that the data lines across that cable don't connect to that USB charging port, making it impossible for malicious charging ports to hijack or grab data from your phone. Now, these make excellent gifts for customers. They're about $25.99, I think, for a 5-pack. So they're not cheap, but they're not exactly expensive either. And they definitely send a security message to your customers. At $25.99 for a package of 5 of these, I think they make great gifts for clients. So go ahead, click on the affiliate link down in the description and pick yourself up some. All right, guys, so thanks for being here. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you dislike this video, please go ahead and hit that dislike button, and then go ahead in the comments, do me the favor of telling me why you didn't like the video. That way I can improve future ones. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that bell to be notified when I post new videos. Thanks, let's crush this thing. See you.